Thank you, Mayor Wade. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the work that the mayor does for this city. Thank you to my friend Bishop Thomas, I got to see walking in. Thank you to Allison Fiscus for her extraordinary words and for all you both do to the community. For the community, thank you, Christine and Gloria at the bar. I think the bar is back that way, or is it that, wherever it is? Thank you. And thank you, Ms. Apple, who I met today. She and her husband have been married 60 years. They saw this building 30 years ago and turned it into this. So thank you for that. Before I get started, I want to acknowledge those affected by the devastating fire in South Toledo on Tuesday. Connie and I pray for the workers and the families who have been affected. Thank you to Toledo's first responders. I spent an hour earlier this evening at a fire station talking to them, and thanks for all those working to keep this community safe in the aftermath of that fire. So thank you. So I am thrilled at this turnout. I'm thrilled with what Toledo is doing in this state and doing for the people of this city. So much excitement in this room tonight. I feel the same enthusiasm in Marion and Mansfield and Cleveland and Cincinnati, all over this state. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. In cities, as the mayor said, in cities, in suburbs, in small towns, in farm country, we see people showing up like never before. They're angry for a good reason. They're frustrated. They're demanding change. They know the system is rigged more than ever. Corporate profits have soared. Executive salaries explode. Right now, get this, right now the average CEO in this country makes $17 million a year. Now that, thank you. Now that's bad enough. What's worse is that CEOs, $17 million a year. What's worse is that CEOs are making 300 times what their average worker makes. Workers are more productive than ever. You work harder than ever. But no matter how hard you work in this country today, your pay doesn't keep up, and too often you simply can't get ahead. Families see more, as they work harder and harder, families see more and more money going out the door, not enough money coming in to pay for utilities, to pay for health care, to pay for groceries, to pay for everything. Big banks pile fee upon fee upon fee for every little thing, then they shower their executives with bonuses. Insurance companies take your premiums every month, then they do everything they can to refuse to cover the care you need after they put you on hold for what seems like forever. Drug companies force you to pay more than people overseas pay for the same drug, the same dosage, the same packaging, then they rake in bigger and bigger profits. Big corporations gobble up energy to feed their data centers. They devour your land, they suck up your water, then they leave you with the bill. And no one in Washington, except for Marcy Kaptur, no one is standing up. No one in the Senate, I'll say it that way. No one in the Senate is standing up to these corporations who game the system and raise your prices. Instead, politicians, people who are supposed to work for you, for all of us, are too often cashing in. When they're in office, they play the stock market. When they leave office, they become lobbyists. That's shameful. Speaking of, let me talk for a moment about John Husted. Special interest John in Columbus, who looked out for insurance companies and utility companies. Now he's special interest John in Washington, looking out for billionaires and for Wall Street. Listen for a moment to how he talks. Listen for a moment to what he says. He says struggling Ohioans don't know how to, quote, navigate the real world. Struggling Ohioans don't know how to navigate the world. He says you should just make more money. Then he says you just need to work harder. But most insulting of all the stuff John Husted has said about you, about us, about American workers, about Ohioans, Most of all, he said, most insulting of all, he said your work ethic is broken. John, get out of Washington and come to Toledo. Go to Burndale Elementary in South Toledo. Talk to the teacher who dips into her own pocket to pay for school supplies. Look her in the eye and tell her your work ethic is broken. Or go to Scott High School. Look a custodian or a cafeteria worker in the eye and tell them their work ethic is broken. Or go to Toledo Hospital. Talk to a nurse on the night shift. Talk to an aide pushing a wheelchair. Talking to the woman that changes the sheets in the hospital rooms. Tell them, look them in the eye, tell them their work ethic is broken. Or go over to the Chrysler plant where Connie's and our Jeep was assembled. Jeeps, plural, were assembled. Talk to a worker on the line wearing protective gear for hours at a time. Look him in the eye and tell him his work ethic is broken. Or go to a Walmart and talk to the worker stocking the shelves all day, only to leave the shift to go deliver DoorDash at night. Tell her her work ethic is broken. Everyone in this room, think about your own jobs. How dare John Husted says your work ethic is broken. He says that you're not working hard enough, that you should just go out and earn more. How dare he? But it's bad enough how he talks, but it's even worse what he's done. He voted 13 times. He voted for the war in Iran that's raised the price of diesel and fertilizer for truckers and for farmers, and gas and groceries for all of us. And get this, John Husted said the war is going, this is a direct quote, the war is going much better than anyone thought it would. John Husted voted not once, not twice. John Husted voted 9 times against lowering health insurance premiums. 9 times. Why? Pretty simple. He's taken $700,000 from the same insurance companies that jack up premiums in Ohio. He cast a deciding vote to take health care away from 490,000 Ohioans starting next year. Why? All to pay for a tax cut for his billionaire buddies and his corporate cronies. It's as simple as that. He took more than $116,000, more than any other senator. He took more than $116,000 from one of Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirators. And he took from that co-conspirator, he took a maximum donation just last year, and then, weeks later, he voted against releasing the Epstein files. Husted was at the center of the largest bribery scandal in Ohio history, a $61 million bribe that hiked up your electricity prices. And look what he's done with data centers. All 226 of them in Ohio. John Husted led the charge to bring these data centers to our state. He delivered giant corporations billions of dollars in sweetheart tax deals. Now Ohioans pay thousands more dollars on their utility bills. And get this, now that Ohioans are seeing John Husted for exactly who he is and what he's done, he sent out a plea to his billionaire backers and his corporate friends to spend tens of millions of dollars to help him in his race. Tens of millions of dollars more to bail him out in this election. It's exactly what people hate about politics. Special interests. John Husted stands with corporations, not with Ohioans, and all of us pay for it every single day. Ohioans don't have anyone in the Senate fighting for you until November. Talk to your neighbors. Talk to your friends. Tell them Ohio doesn't have to accept this corruption. Tell them how we're going to ban health insurance companies from denying care that your doctor said you need. If that doesn't work, we fine them when they deny your claims. Tell them how we're going to make it illegal for drug companies to charge Americans more than they do in other countries. The same pill should be the same price. But you know, it's not, I mean, sit back, think about this. It's not hard to see why this corruption's happening. Last year, members of Congress made more than $635 million in stock trades. And far too many members of Congress over the years have become lobbyists. No wonder they're not standing up to corporations. They're too busy lining their pockets. So here's the thing. No one who serves in Congress, no spouse should be able to trade stocks, period. They shouldn't be able to turn, they also shouldn't be able to turn around when they leave office and become a lobbyist. If you're thinking about running for office, if you can't agree to that, if you can't agree, no stock trading, no become a lobbyist, if you can't agree to that, you don't belong in public office, period. Ohioans won't stand for this rigged system any longer. Ohio is fighting back. You're showing up, you're insisting on change. You're demanding a senator who will work for Ohio, not for the utility companies, not for the drug companies, not for Wall Street, not for big oil, someone who will actually be fighting on your side. We're demanding a government that works for Ohio, so I need you. We need you. So knock on doors, make phone calls, talk to your family members, talk to your friends at church, talk to friends in your neighborhood, because when you love this country, you fight for the people who make it work. Thank you so much.